So today we are here in Luxor Temple in Luxor City, and we are very happy to have with us one of the British citizens who immigrated and came to live here in Luxor. Why she fell in love with the city, that's what we're going to find out right now. Hello, Jane.
Hello, it's really nice to meet you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, tell me, Jane, your story. How did it start?
I fell in love with Egyptology first when I was 9 years old, and I first came to Egypt in 1979, and although I loved the Egyptology, that's when I fell in love with the modern Egypt, the people, the smells, the tastes, the sounds. Just loved it all. I never dreamt I'd be lucky enough to live here, but in 2003 I moved here.
All right. And did you have a job back home?
Yes, I was an IT consultant. I was working in the financial sector in the UK. So did lots of computer work and stuff like that.
And did you have any friends here when you took this decision?
Well, yes, I did. I was very lucky. I met a very nice Egyptian man, and he was my catalyst to move out here. He's not the reason. I'm sorry, if he was Chinese, I wouldn't be in China. But he's definitely the catalyst to make my dreams come true.
So as soon as you came here, you got married?
No, I got married before I came here, and then I had to do some things back in the UK, close my company down and things like that. And I also brought my daughter out, and I had to wait for her primary school to finish. I was a widow, and her father was Syrian, so she came out here and she spoke Arabic, so that was really nice.
What was your age there back then?
She was 11. She's now 22 and married and living in Damascus.
Oh, really?
Yes, she moved there last month.
So somehow you're related to the Arab world.
I love the Arab world, I really do. It's just everything to me. I mean, look at it, it's just so beautiful.
What specifically you like about Luxor? Because there are monuments everywhere in Egypt.
I do like Luxor because it's very, well, I'm very into Egyptology, so it's very important for the Middle Kingdom and for the New Kingdom. And I've actually studied Egyptology online with Manchester University, and it was just really great being able to go around the sites and pursue my studies just there, you know.
Have you been elsewhere in Egypt?
Yes, I've been everywhere, apart from Sharm el-Sheikh, because I'm not really into beach holidays. I like a bit of culture and a bit of history, and I don't think you can come to a better place than Luxor for that.
How about your dealing with Egyptians on daily basis in Luxor?
Well, I just find them great. Most of them know me. I've been here 10 years after all. So they see me and they say, oh, you know, hello, Madam Monrood and stuff like that. And you have a laugh and a joke with them, and you drink that really, really sweet tea with them, which is very bad for my teeth. But yeah, I find them very friendly, very helpful, and a lot of fun. My mother-in-law especially, she's a little bit of an imp.
Right. So do you live with the family of your husband?
No, I have my own apartment because I rent flats to tourists. So I am in a block of flats and I rent out the other flats. So I'm always there if they've got questions about where to go and what to see, and can I get some more toilet paper or whatever like that.
Oh, that's in the East Bank or West Bank?
Both, but I live on the West Bank. The West Bank is best.
All right.
I think everybody that lives in Luxor has their favourite side, and I have a view of the Temple of Hatshepsut. I can see the Valley of the Kings, you know, I watch the sun setting on the Theban hills. It's idyllic.
Have you done the balloon?
I haven't. I'm terrified of heights. Everybody tells me it's no problem, but I can't go up there. But I have done the donkey ride over the mountains, and you get as good views, but you're on solid ground.
So Jane actually is talking about a trip that you can do on the back of a donkey from Hatshepsut Temple to the Valley of the Kings, because they actually lie back to each other. Right, Jane?
That's right. It's wonderful views from up there, and you see most of the West Bank from a distance. All the temples, all the tombs, everything, and you get an idea of the relationship between Hatshepsut's temple and the Valley of the Kings as well, like you said. And you can find fossils up there.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes. Yeah, it's a great trip.
All right. What about living here, your life here in Luxor? What do you do every day?
Well, I'm running my business, and that's a bit tricky at the moment because we're not getting many tourists. But we still have been having one or two independent travellers, so that's nice. And I'm studying, and I'm trying to learn hieroglyphs. I'm not very good with hieroglyphs.
How are you doing it?
Well, I'm doing it with an internet group and using a book by Collier and Manley, which I'm just not very good at grammar.
Me neither. Okay, so do you have any problems in your life living in a foreign country in general?
No, I don't at all. I actually don't feel it's a foreign country. I feel it's my country. It's really, when I leave Egypt and I fly away and I go across the Nile, I get this sort of, looking down at the Nile, and I never feel like that when I look at the Thames. I just don't get any tug. But when I come to Egypt, I always get that tug. It doesn't feel foreign to me at all.
Okay, so how often do you visit your homeland?
Not very often. Last time I was there was for my graduation from my course, and that was in 2012. But before that, I think it was about 4 years. So
do you have family members coming to visit you from where?
No, most of both my parents are dead. My daughter was here until she was 16, so no brothers and sisters. But I've got a lot of friends that come out here, and they love the fact that they can explore and get as much Egyptology as they want. I'm afraid I overwhelm them a bit with Egyptology, but
do you take them around the monuments?
No, I can't now. I can't walk around so much, but I can still talk a lot.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, I've even written a couple of books on the monuments and stuff like that. So sort of guide books to the places that people don't go, because in Luxor, people think you can do it all in a day. East Bank one in the morning, West Bank in the afternoon. But there's 24 ticketed sites in Luxor, and if you're doing them properly, it can take you about 7 days. And my book, Hidden Luxor, is about going to all these different places. And when you go somewhere, going to the bits that the rest of the tourists don't go. Like, we're here at Luxor Temple. Everybody comes to Luxor Temple, but they don't go to the mosque. And the mosque, they've had it refurbished inside, and you can see the pharaonic, the tops of the columns inside. And the guys at the mosque, they're really happy to take you round and explain about, the Abu Hajj that's buried there and everything like that. So there's a lot to Luxor that people miss.
So let me tell them about Abu al-Haggad Mosque. Jane is talking about Abu al-Haggad Mosque, which was built in Egypt during the Fatimid period in the 12th century. So it was built above Luxor Temple, when Luxor Temple was buried mostly under the ground, and now the temple is both the temple and the temple is opened, and the mosque is also opened and used by the Muslims to pray 5 times a day. So if you have a message to tell your friends back home, what will it be? You can just talk to the camera.
Okay, I think if you really want a great holiday, lots of sunshine, friendly people, and the most amazing culture and historical sites that you can imagine, Luxor is the place to come.
Thank you, Jane, so much for the interview, and I hope to see you again when I come to Luxor.
I hope to see you again, and I will take you around the monuments.
All right, deal. Luxor Temple, we have a visitor from England. Actually, she used to be a visitor, but now she's a resident, and her name is Janine. Welcome, Janine.
Hi, welcome. Thank you.
How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Okay, tell me your story.
I come here in 2009, went to Sharm el-Sheikh with my family because my mum's disabled and she can't get round Luxor very good, and they wanted a beach holiday. We were going to another country, but we decided to come to Egypt, and it was beautiful, lovely, and the sea life in Sharm el-Sheikh is beautiful, the marine life and the fish and things, and the people were so nice. So we had a lovely holiday, went back to England, and then my daughter and I, we had some more time off work, and I said, shall